Welcome to live searching for books in EDS. This is for both print and online books. In this video, we will look at live book searching using our question, are more children becoming obese as a result of food advertising directed toward children? We'll do this in EDS, otherwise known as the Everything Database or the Everything tab, and we will demonstrate this with the library catalog both selected and deselected. We will explore two methods of using controlled vocabulary to modify our search. Please note the relevant methods of search modification and exploration demonstrated here. Always remember this: you will probably not find a book that is exactly about your topic. However, what you choose as your book source should be related to your topic, and you will need to justify your choice in the weekly assignment. Hi students, we're on the library's homepage, and instead of clicking Books and More to search for books, I'm asking that you refer to the Everything tab, which will already be selected automatically on the library's homepage. In order to get started, let's click Advanced Search, this link right here, and we find ourselves on the Advanced Search screen. We already have our search terms typed into the advanced screen, and we're going to demonstrate catalog only in this portion of the video. So I want to point out I have my ORs capitalized. You can capitalize or use uppercase, whichever terminology you like, for Boolean operators if you want, or in most cases you don't have to. I'm using it because I am still used to searching from a time when it was required to capitalize or use uppercase for Boolean operators to separate it from other common words. Something you want to be really careful with is to make sure that you don't have any additional spacing between words in any of the fields. That will sometimes throw the results off. So if you're copying and pasting a string of words from another document into one of the databases, please be sure that after you've pasted it in, it has not added spaces. Sometimes formatting from one source into another will add spaces, and it will throw off your search results. And I wanted you to see that in this particular field here, I entered a few different things. I said market or commercial or media, so that's the completion of that particular field. At this point, we are not going to select catalog only, although I could come down here and do so. I'm going to simply leave available in library collection already selected. As you can see, we have a lot of results here, 17,000. And I did not select the catalog only because I wanted you to see the difference. What we have here now are journals, magazine articles. You'll have some books thrown in there, some government documents and so forth. But in order to make it a true catalog only search at this point, what you would do is come over to the left side and under Limit to select catalog only. And you can see that's a big difference. We went down from 17,000 to 44. Please note these are your numbered records. Here's record number 1. Here's record number 2. Here's record number 3. And these particular ones here, this 1, 2, and 3 that have the long titles, these are government documents. And when you see these really long titles with terminology like government, Senate, Congress, hearing, committees, and so forth, those are dead giveaways, especially when they appear in the title field, that this is in fact a government document. Remember, I said that you may use government documents as your book source if you cannot find a good online book source or otherwise print book source that you would like to use. Stick with government documents. In fact, many of your topics may pull up more government documents than anything else. I am happy to accept them. They're good sources, and many of them are online, which should make evaluation easy for you. Okay, so let's just take a quick look at something. Why not look at this one? TV, food marketing, and childhood obesity. And again, you can see how the truncation has worked. We truncated to the root of child, it pulled up childhood, and it pulled up obesity from OBES with the asterisk. There's marketing, so you can see our terms are showing up anywhere in the record. And in fact, of course, this is the select a field search where it will look for your terms anywhere in the fields of each record. So that's why you're seeing the bolded words everywhere. Okay, let me click here. At this point, if I wanted to, I could click View Item in Sims Catalog, but I'm not going to do that because I know from explaining to you in previous videos that we can just click here and the detailed record is close enough. So here's our subject terms helping us to describe and get an idea if this is a good source. And this particular item contains content notes. Not all of the items found in the catalog or in books will have abstracts or content notes describing the item. This is an item, again, that does describe, but remember, too, this is the official descriptor that's been given. The subject terms here is what has been officially given to describe this record. This is just simply telling you what the table of contents contains. It's the notes of the contents. In order to get to the book, this is an online book, I would just simply click here and pull it up. And there it is, and this one is in a particular interface that I will not demonstrate right here. You can see that interface demonstrated in the online evaluation video. This portion of the video will demonstrate searching just for books, doing a book search that does not include limiting to catalog only. The catalog will be showing up in those results from that type of search, but it's not catalog only. It'll include other items that you may want to use that you could find useful as book sources. So, as we recall from the earlier part of the video, right after you do your initial search, if you haven't done any special limiting, you're going to get a results set that includes everything from magazine to journal articles in the catalog and all sorts of things. And we don't want you to make a mistake and accidentally select a journal or magazine article as your source, because this is about finding books this particular week. So the way I would do a search where I would want to have the catalog plus other items is I'm not going to select catalog only. I'm going to keep going down and I'm going to come over here to source types. And here you can see right here, if I click this, I'll have 423 results for books. But let's open up Show More to see what else is there. You also have ebooks. If you select this, you will definitely get electronic books, all electronic books that are available on your topic using your search terms that you just entered. But it's going to be limited to only one particular interface, the ebooks collection, which is provided by EBSCO, who provides this database. So that's why it features so prominently in source types. It's not that it's bad by any stretch, it's just that if you want more, you would probably want to stick to books. This will show you print books, online books, and books from other particular vendors as well that may be as useful. Another thing that you could possibly try too is just looking at electronic sources, electronic resources. You might find that to be of use. But let's just go ahead and just do straight old books. So I'm selecting books. And now I went down from 17,000, I went down to 423. And you'll see a lot of the same things that we saw before, because again, it did throw in the catalog results in here as well. That's included. The catalog only is a subset of books, because there are books in the catalog. However, the books limiter will find other sources beyond what the catalog might show to us. So you can see a lot of these ebooks are coming up here. There's a government document. We saw that one earlier. I'm scrolling through kind of fast. You can see, again, like we saw earlier, there's the truncation working for us. Childhood came up here in this particular one. Adolescence came up here in this particular one. Here's the book that I have demonstrated as a print book for you. It's also available as an ebook, and you can look at that demonstration in the PDF that I submitted for print book evaluation. And here's a book that we might want to check out, possibly. Diet, Food, and Obesity. Obesity in Children. Let's look at it and see what it talks about. It looks like it's dealing more with the health and the physical aspects of it, more so than maybe cultural aspects such as advertising, although it may be mentioned in here. Here's the weight control food market has been oriented toward women, and it looks like it's going to maybe also include adults there as well. So let's go back to our result list. Anytime you're in this here, hitting result list, if you're in the detailed record, result list will get you back to your results. Here's a really good book. Let's see what this one looks like. It's about... This is one that I demonstrate for ebook collection from the online evaluations. And you can see here it has a lot of different subject headings, so this will tell you something of what it's about, but also with a lot of these online books you'll get relevant page excerpts and so forth, and that's useful. I'm going to go back to the result list, and I want you to see the power of the limiters. So I am going back to page 1. And I want you to see, right now we're in simply books. I am going to deselect books. And now back to 17,485. So again, always remember to have books selected. And if you click on any subject term searching, you'll need to reselect books when you want to find your results limited to books, because the result set that comes up from certain other things that you might click on will throw you back out to a general everything result set, and it could be confusing and you might pick the wrong source. Again, if I wanted catalog only, it'll go down to 44. If I want to deselect that, go to books. There I am in books. Now we will look at using linked subject terms, controlled vocabulary, to modify our search. Why? Because the subject is what a thing is about. You can possibly find additional relevant focused results that you might want to use for your paper or project by doing this. It's considered a best practice of research experimentation, and it may re-strategize your search in a relevant way. This applies to both book and article searching. There are 2 ways to do it. The first one is in the detailed record. You can click on the linked subject term that you like, and it will take you to a list of additional items that have been subject classified by the subject term link you chose. Another way to do it is that you can also manually select subject terms from the record and type them into your current keyword search and see if it modifies your search results in a relevant, useful way. This portion of the video looks at how we can use subject terms to modify our search strategies. Right now I'm in the detailed record of this title, A Review of Food Marketing to Children and Adolescents, follow-up report. It's by the Federal Trade Commission. As you can see right here, I have very many subject terms. They're all linked. And I think I'll go ahead and click on Advertising in Children, because I believe that this is broad enough that it will also include as a subset at some point food advertising to children. So I'm going to click here. And what this has done is pulled up all other records that correspond to that subject heading. You can see this DE here, that stands for descriptor. Remember, we said that descriptor is another term for subject terms, which is another term for controlled vocabulary. So a few different synonyms there for controlled vocabulary. And again, though, even though it looks like there's more books than anything else here, we do have an academic journal showing up here, so I still recommend that you narrow to books over here on the left under source types, so that you'll be able to select only from books and not accidentally give me a journal or magazine, which I wouldn't want you to do for a book source. So I'm looking through here, and this one looks good. Advertising to Children on TV, Content, Impact, and Regulation. We'll just do a very quick evaluation of it. As you can see, this is the subject headings for this item by itself. But let's look at the table of contents. The issues about television advertising to children. You know there are definitely going to be food issues going on in that particular chapter. The nature of advertising, they'll describe how it's particularly targeted to children, their children's early understanding of it. So this really looks like a very good source to try to use on my topic. So let's go ahead and go back to the result list. And as you can see, if I wanted to now at this point, we are still in the search, or the results I should say, for the subject link that we just clicked on. But something else that you can do is incorporate a term that you saw earlier from your subject terms. So what I'm going to do is go back to what we had before. Here's the original record that I just looked at, that I clicked on from earlier. And as you can see, food is coming up, food advertising. And something that I have not tried to do yet is add an additional source to narrow things down. We didn't mention food specifically, although it is probably very much implied because of obesity and overweight and so forth. But let's go ahead and see what happens if we do that. So I'm adding a row to my search terms, and I'm using the suggestion of food here. I'm not going to type in food advertising because I already have it there, but I will throw in food. I might throw in or snacks too. Let's see what happens there. That'll pull up snacking, snacks, and so forth. And again, remember, I have so many results because it has not been limited to books, so I come over to the left and I limit on books. And because we added something to it, we anded yet another concept, it brought the number down from 400 something to 232. So that's the one we were just in. And here's some more books that we could go with. We saw these earlier from another search. This is a really good one that gets demonstrated in the evaluation online book video. Here's a really good one that we've seen before. There's that Globesity. We saw that one too. I'm just scrolling through. I want you guys to see that there's a lot of things that you can choose from. Now this, it'll pull up, like I said, both online and print. This is an example of print book record here. It's probably best that you come on campus and look at a print book if you were interested in that particular book for your topic. This one is a really good one, Obesity, Business, and Public Policy. This covers a lot of things about advertising and food and children and so forth. This concludes live book searching in EDS. I've shown you various aspects of what you can do when searching for books in EDS, and I hope this helps you on your assignment.